It's Mama Godwins, and I am a psych NP, and I am a single mother of 2 boys, and I just want to welcome you back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Subscribe to support what we do here. Also, if you are old, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tonight, I want us to have a conversation about whether sex is enough for marriage, to decide on marrying somebody. A friend of mine brought some issues, marital issues, to the table. After a long day and feeling unfulfilled, because what I needed to do wasn't done, the person that was going to do the stuff with me came late, so by the time we got things done to go to the actual work, we couldn't do it. The day was gone. So I just got home, sitting under my air condition, finally eating 5 oranges. One of these oranges is 51 cedis, so 5 of it is 5 cedis, and it's about maybe 50 cents or less. Yeah, so bear with me as I eat my orange and we have this conversation. So a friend of mine is married, right? And he's having marital issues. He's about 3, 4 or 5 years married, and he said it's only the first 6 months of his marriage that he enjoyed it. Okay. And I personally assessed situations, and I have not spoken to the woman, but because I don't think I will ever speak with the woman, because I don't know her, and I don't think he will want the wife to know that he told anybody anything going on. So my question for you is sex alone enough in marriage to decide you want to marry somebody? That's my question to you. Let me know your responses in the comment section when you come across this video. I think that guys, I'm so sorry. I'm even amazed that the line didn't cut off. I had a call, so I couldn't. Sorry, guys. So I was asking a question, like I was saying that is sex alone enough? I'm telling you this because there are some men that are very, very lazy and think that all it takes to keep a man or a woman is being able to sexually satisfy the woman. For some women, probably, but for most parts, I don't think so. Because if you are young and you are exploring, it's a different thing. If you are young and you are exploring relationships, you are exploring life, you have tried to navigate, it's a different thing. But when you are 40s and above, or late 30s and above, I believe personally, because I'm looking at myself, believe that women need more out of a relationship than just intimacy, than just the sex. Sex helps to bond you people together. Sex helps you to... Sex is a sleeping pill. It's a stress reliever. But for some of us, a man that is lazy, that don't want to work, that don't provide, is a turn off. And think that the woman should go and work and come and provide for the family. It's a turn off for some women. You will find it hard. You will find it difficult if you're a man and you think that, oh, and then also if you are looking for a woman and your approach is Oh, I can satisfy you sexually. I can satisfy you. Is that all there is to a relationship? So this friend that is going through this, the question is, does it mean that this whole period the person hasn't been able to work, find a job, find a gainful employment to be able to be a man in the home? You know, I was giving this suggestion to men on I think it was on my Facebook page or something, that if you go and marry a woman, and in this case, I think I shared the story. You marry a woman, you had a good job, things were going great. The woman married you when things were wonderful. Your income was good, sustainable. When it gets to some point and you lost your job or whatever the case is, and you are unable to provide for the home, whatever money you have, don't put it all in the woman's hands. Don't. You want to put it invest it into something that both of you are managing. Invest it into something that you can even, these days, you can even do a nail shop as a man. In the US, we have nurses having nursing agencies. We have laymen, people that are not nurses. I have a friend in the US who is into building and construction. He did his bachelor's even in computer science. But he does have a gainful, nursing agency, home healthcare agency. So in Ghana, you can find a location that is great. If your wife is a hairdresser, you want to invest into her, you can find a location that is busy, that you will get market, and you that you lost your job, don't give the money to your wife. Oh, this is your wife business. Women, we want to keep our money and we want to eat the men's money. It is not nice, but unfortunately that is the hard truth. Me, I would like to keep mines too. Mines to me, right? This is what I did before and I think it worked for me. Even if I'm married today, I will do that over and over again. I will have my responsibility in the marriage. Mamle, Yoko Godwins, you are paying for water bill, you are paying for car notes, you are paying for family's health insurance. Okay, my husband, shelter. Shelter is important that the man pays for shelter. If you can't afford to pay for shelter, whatever works for you, whatever works for everybody in their marriage is different. There are women out there that don't have a problem feeding and providing for the home, and they will pay the mortgage, they will pay the rent because their husband can go and come. They have house husbands, just like you have house. Sex is enough for a woman to get a woman and keep a woman. It may be able to get the woman, but it will not be able to keep the woman. I'm just trying to tell you the fact. Sex may be able to get you a woman, but it may not be able to keep a woman. Because after a while, when the woman realizes that you don't pay the bills, she has to take care of you. She has to pay the bills. She has to cook for you. She has to clean. She has to take care of the kids. Massa, it gets draining and they will not be able to do it. They will not be able to keep up. That brings a strain between you and them. You understand? That is what can contribute to you saying your wife is not submissive. Your wife is not respectful of you. Your wife is not doing this. Your wife is not doing that. Think about it. There is no way a man that provides for a woman and the homes needs are not being met. For most part, in some instances, they may not be met, but for most part, men that are responsible, that includes the wives in the decision-making process, that are hardworking, that are providing, that are able to keep the home like Jesus Christ was taking care of the church and the congregation. There is no way those homes becomes a place where there is so much stress. If there is, that is just normal disagreement and stresses that most homes will have anyway. Every marriage has its own problem. But if you're a man and you are not paying bills, you are not working, you think your wife should go and work and come. On top of that, both of you have childbearing issue. In this case, he has low sperm count, she has fertility issues. So the child is not coming. He is from a poor family, she is from super rich family, okay family. She grew up not suffering. She grew up not stressing. She grew up being provided for. She grew up with everything being made available to her. You grew up having to fend for yourself and still not been able to, the world. So what I was saying is that the world we are in, if a woman don't have a job, a man don't have a job, life will always be easy for the woman. Why am I saying that? The woman can even put, let's say, ice water on their head and go and hawk. A man may be egocentric and may not want to do that. If a woman is a hairdresser, if a woman is a seamstress, but most men are not hairdressers or seamstresses or skincare experts. You understand? So the woman may always, let's say you have a government job you are doing, your wife is a hairdresser. She will end up having more money than you. Your wife is a skin care specialist. Your wife is into pedi trade. They will end up making more profit in a month than your monthly salary. You understand? So communication to see how the bills will be addressed. Communications will be towards whether you should have joint account, joint everything. Otherwise, like I keep saying, for the men, if you are going through a situation where you lost your job and you have a lump sum of money, you want to invest it into something, and your wife is a hairdresser, your wife is a seamstress, do not take that money and hand it to her. Go and find a shop, open the shop, and make it a business for both of you. That way, she won't see it as hers only, and then when the income comes, she will keep it for herself. And then when the bill, and still be expecting you that you are the man, go to work and come and pay the bills. That's your capital, your money that you invested into that. So it becomes a family business rather than, I'm rich, so I did a shop for my wife, for her to sit there and use it. Take note. That's my suggestion anyway. So that you stop facing the situation like, oh, my husband you are out of work, you lost your job, or you were laid off, and they are able to get your support to establish this shop that belongs to them, and they are making decent income, and start to alienate you, or start to not want to have intimacy with you, or start to not want to be close to you, and is bringing strain into the marriage. You understand? A man that does not pay bills and thinks that the relationship can survive based on just sex is a fallacy. It's not a reality. It's not going to work. So stop living life thinking that sex alone is enough to keep a relationship and sustain marriages. It's not true. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It may work for a while, but not forever. That's why this marriage, I feel like, probably ended in 6 months. You cannot replace a man's responsibility and a man's duty or a man's role with a man's ability to sexually satisfy a woman. You must be able to sexually satisfy a woman, but you must also, most importantly, be able to be a man who provides. The Bible says in the book of Peter, he who is unable to take care of their household is worse than an unbeliever. Excuse me, guys. It's night time here. So I'm sleepy, I guess. It's past 9. So you see that? So let's be mindful. Let's do our part. Go and seek counseling when you start having problems. Talk to a counselor, talk to a stranger, not family necessarily. Family may end up taking sides. So talk to a professional. Don't wait for it to get to a breakup point or a very bad state before you decide to complain about it. And religion is also you get some are hiding in this case too. That's another thing. Stop hiding behind religion and destroy your marriage. Oh, I don't want the elders to know. I don't want the congregation to know. I don't want the church to know. I don't want this to know. I don't want that to know. Master, you are dying silently. You are dying silently. Madam, you are dying silently and you need to start talking. Talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor so that you will get help. The earlier, the better. Don't wait for it to carry on so long. And don't forget, for the purpose of this video, sex alone is not enough to sustain a marriage. Right? In case you don't know, there you have it. Sex alone is not enough. Alright, people? Let me know. Do you think sex is enough? In my opinion, I don't think sex alone is enough. Sex has so many benefits. But that alone can't sustain a marriage. Can't get you married and sustain the marriage. For some part, it may be able to get you the marriage or the woman, but it is not sustainable. Sex alone is not sustainable. Right? Okay. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to support. Leave a comment. Let me know your views. God bless you. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.